Life's a competition. I mean, I'm not the first person to say that, but yeah, for some of us, everything is a competition.
And when it comes to broadheads, I've made my choice. I choose a broadhead that creates happy.
How these guys are putting this story together, really makes sense, but there's so much work that goes into just a 30-second spot.
Use of the bow and arrow dates back to the dawn of time. What was once a means for survival has now become much more for modern man. Technology, innovation, entertainment, and sustenance are all the driving force behind the world of archery today. For millions of hunters and enthusiasts alike, archery is a major part of our lives.
People got to feel that passion when they come in the shop and know that it's really what you love to do.
My name is Tim Burnett, and I've been blessed to have a career in the outdoor world for nearly a decade. Making your passion a career is tough, but it can be done. There are many career paths to go down, stories to be told, and journeys to be had. My quest is to showcase some careers in the archery world and to share the lives and lifestyles of a few professionals who have found their way. This week on the Prime Pro, I find myself in Memphis. No, not that Memphis, but Memphis, Michigan. It's early November, although by the warm weather outside, you wouldn't know it. So what is it that brings me to this tiny Midwestern town? This time of year, it should be whitetail hunting, but shockingly, it's not. I'm here to take a look into the Prime Archery Factory and the home of G5 Outdoors. I'm here by invitation of the Grace family to tour the plant and learn more about their manufacturing process, but in my mind, I'm here for much more. I love technology, and I love seeing how things are made.
Probably you can see what comes out of that.
But I'm also very fascinated to find out how a third-generation business continues to grow and establish themselves as leaders of innovation in the archery industry.
My dad started the company in Grace Engineering in 1966, and the way he started it was he was always into precision machining for, at that time, a lot of the automotive industry. And just being around the company since I was 12 years old, it just was kind of something that's been bred in us.
This is the new rise, the new material. This is the 82X.
Yeah, that's the first step of a riser then.
Exactly.
So how many stages or how many steps will a riser go through to get to the point where it's ready to be painted? Yeah.
There's 4 main steps. There's 3 machining steps. And then there's a finishing operation, a tumbling operation to actually get the burrs off and to clean it so that it's prepping it for the paint adhesion.
We started G5. It was truly, we had an existing business, but it was 3 people coming together starting out a business. You know, we had this expertise in the manufacturing and all that, and that obviously was a huge part of it. But it was the 3 of us coming together to, okay, we're going to start a new business.
You know, my grandfather started, to solve a problem and provide for his family, and that turned out to be more than that, and same with my dad. It's pretty special to be able to be a third generation part of this and be really special if we could get that to the 4th. It just doesn't happen a lot, no matter the size of the company.
The thing I think that's worked for the 3 of us really is that we bring different skill sets to the company. So my father's obviously very strong in the manufacturing side. That's what he's grown up with. He's always referred to himself as a shop rat. I mean, he likes manufacturing. That's he's known it his whole life. My brother is a lot stronger from the design and engineering side, so he's brought that skill set to it. And then I brought more of the business and marketing side. So it was really, those 3 things coming together allowed us to put us in the position to start G5 and have our own brand and develop that.
So when their grandparents, Leo and Margaret Grace, started the company making precision parts for the automotive and medical industries, I doubt that they would ever foreseen the left turn that was coming up from the next generation of Grace owners. Spending time with Lou on the floor has been its own education. I've also learned that he is a self-taught and first-generation archer, and from his early adulthood, he's been infatuated with changing archery technology, and has always felt that he was capable of finding a better way.
That most people don't realize is how important it is when you drill that hole for the axle for the cam. The bow is not very accurate if the cam doesn't ride on its bearings to its center line to as tight a tolerances that we can hold. But we're making better bows by holding tighter tolerances.
when you came out with the first product, you thought, well, this will be kind of fun. We'll do a few products here and there because you were already making them. But when you came out with your own, or did you really think, all right, we're going to blow this out of the water, we're going to create a big brand? But it was...
Well, I think the hope is there that you're going to blow it out of the water, but we've grown up being pretty realistic. So we knew the chances of a third generation family business starting another business, the chances of it lasting more than a year or two is pretty slim. But we love those low odds. So
when we come back, we talk about the accuracy of prime.
Accuracy is really where we're at.
Nate talks about developing the parallel cam.
Took me 3 years to develop that cam.
And we discuss how they measure for success. What did you miss? Was it you or was it your bow? Maybe it's time for a change. Step up to the Prime Performance Zone, an advanced accuracy system of superior strength, balance, and control. It's the most advanced and most accurate system ever made. The Prime Performance Zone compensates for less than perfect conditions, giving you accuracy in the field when you need it most. So was it you that missed? I'm betting it was your bow. So far in my time spent with the Graces, I've learned how they've taken their combined skills and resources and melted them with their love of archery to create a new level of precision product, and ultimately the G5 Outdoors and Prime Archery brands. But in addition to making great products, there is also their passion for the process.
The powder is better in a lot of different ways. Number one, other than a mask, this is really safe for our employees. We're always considering that in terms of our processing, is what kind of environment our employees have to be in, and is it safe. And the nice thing about powder is that there is no solvents involved in it. But it also is a very good paint for our product because it's so durable.
We're trying to increase our productivity through better innovation in terms of manufacturing.
We truly feel our position, and for us to be successful tomorrow or 10 years from now, 30 years from now, is that we'll drive innovation in archery and bows.
The parallel cam, it took me 3 years to develop that cam. I didn't let that discourage me either. I have boxes and boxes of cams that didn't work. At their times, everybody's like, well, I wonder how much this is costing. Is this really going to happen? But, that's part of the fun is the process of trying to succeed through all that failure.
I think also, too, we never really think that we've arrived. We've grown quite a bit. We're supplying a lot of jobs, and that's great. But we're always pushing ourselves because it seems like, it doesn't take much for, businesses to fail.
I knew you did the 100 cycles, but I didn't know you did it with every bow.
Yeah, every prime bow. That bow is broken in to where they can go ahead and get it tuned and give it to the customer, and we just feel it makes for a better product. It makes for happy dealers, and when we have happy dealers, we've got happy customers.
From what I've seen from the very beginnings, they never sought out to just make products for the archery industry. They not only strive to make top-end archery products, but they really believe to have their product line stand out, they need to build these products in a much better way. And they also believe that to make these products better, they need to have a way to gauge themselves on the overall process.
We are an ISO certified company, and you have to be in order to be able to do work for the medical industry. So we have quality systems. All of our archery products are also produced under the same quality system. As far as I know, we're one of just a few companies, one or two, that actually have a quality system that is as demanding as an ISO.
My grandfather said, you're only as good as you can measure. You can't make those big claims without having something to stand on, real and tangible, because if you can't measure it, then really how good are you? And that's what our customers have always asked of us, is something real and tangible.
And all our bows, and our prime especially, accuracy is really where we're at. We've got the best materials and the best design as it relates to accuracy.
A lot of guys just think, well, the accuracy is just for the target guys, but When there's the life of the animal at stake, you want to be as efficient and as ethical as possible. So hunters should be splitting hairs to where the target guys are like, you don't need to be that accurate because there's so many uncontrollable things that happen. You know, the one that you can control is where you place that arrow. And the more accurately and more consistently you can do that, I mean, that's priceless.
After the break, we talk about the Grace passion for hunting.
A really good experience. It was great to be able to get out.
I join them in elk camp,
They're going up that way.
and Matt closes in on a big Idaho bull.
From my experience as a bow hunter, it's easy to fear those things that you can't control. Once that arrow leaves your bow, the burden's not on you anymore. You have to trust in the performance of your broadhead. And when it comes to broadheads, I've made my choice. I choose a broadhead that creates havoc. The choice is simple. The all-new Havoc broadhead, the Terra of 2 from G5. Choose wisely.
The Grace boys obviously have a very unique drive for being the best they can at manufacturing and marketing their brands. But how has this affected their love for hunting? The truth of the matter is that often when you have a career in the hunting industry, your life will forever change. And it's not always how you might think.
You're all passionate hunters, you all work together, you're all the owners of the company that you can hunt together all the time.
No.
Is that always the case? Or?
Yeah, a lot of people think since you're in the industry, you get to spend a lot of time hunting, and that's really, it hasn't been the reality for us, and I think for a lot of people in the industry. So we have been hunted together, the three of us, since we started G5.
You guys just went to Argentina. When did you go to Argentina on your stag hunt?
Nate, you're the one that actually initiated that, didn't you? That you really wanted to go and talk to us into going?
Yeah, the last few years trying to get us to hunt together finally. So it took leaving the country, leaving the continent in order to do it, but yeah.
I wonder if when Nate planned this trip to Argentina, that he wasn't really focused on them all killing stags as much as he was hoping that they would find something more. Something that his brothers and father might have known together before the eruption of their business lives took hold.
They have a really good ranch down there. We went down specifically and tried to focus on red stags. And it was really a good hunt. The red stags are similar to elk, but they're different. And they're actually, if you can imagine, they're actually more skittish than elk. A little bit more like axis deer. It was a really good experience. It was great to be able to get out and hunt, but what's neat about that was the culture. We got to experience a little bit about the Argentinian culture and along with the different animals. So yeah, it was, even though we didn't come back with an animal, I can honestly say that the experience itself was well worth it.
It was impressive that the Graces opted for a much more difficult, free-range stag hunt. To me, this says a lot about their character and hunting philosophy. Some men hunt for a trophy of antler, some hunt for meat, and others hunt only to have hunted. This last fall, I was lucky enough to join Matt and Nate in a tough do-it-yourself hunt for elk. Only this hunt is an over-the-counter archery tag in my home state of Idaho.
I've done this hunt now with the Graces for, this is the 4th year that we've done it. Matt's been out to every one of them. We've been fortunate enough to kill some good bulls in the past, and hopefully we'll get some more in the next couple days.
I'm curious to see how a group of hunters from various walks of life experience the outdoors.
We got some bulls behind the camera there. And we got that one behind us.
Not just in a part of the country that they're very familiar with, but I want to see how they experience my part of the country and a very different style of hunting.
So back home, you usually kind of hunt by yourself up in a tree stand, sitting there forever, right? So being out here, hunting with, 1 or 2 other guys, helping call in or whatever, it's been awesome. Big country and good group of guys, so it's a lot of fun.
I like to call. I come from a calling history, doing turkey call competitions and all that kind of stuff, and I like to hunt. That's part of the hunt. If you're pulling a string back, whatever you've done, it's all part of the hunt.
So this is the first time that Nate and I have hunted together in a long time. So it's So it's been good. I mean, just to get away and kind of anticipation of the trip, it's been fun, and just being out here and spending time together, spending time with the group, it's been a good experience. I think we're just gonna work down this canyon here. Try to get to a low spot. Kind of wait and see what we see here.
Throughout this past week, I've sat here and watched as Matt and Nate both put their own hunting on the side and focused on spending quality hunt time with each and every guest in camp. But on the last morning, we managed to get both Matt and Nate together, and Matt was finally able to get into position on a great Idaho bull.
We're pretty desperate at this point. It's the last morning of the hunt, so we'll do just about anything.
When we come back, we'll see if Matt seals the deal on this bull. Nate unleashes his outside voice, and we discuss what G5 and Prime have planned for the future.
20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff.
Houston, I have a visual. The C-Max has landed. The all-new G5 C-Max drop-away ARRS. Launching to your dealer today.
The entire crew has been hunting hard all week, and on the last morning, we finally have a bull working our way. But he's moving fast. Matt has to hustle over to try to get into a better position for the shot. It was hard to watch as this bull walked away without giving anyone a clear shot. And my heart sank for Matt, knowing how hard everyone in camp had hunted.
Where are they at? Over there. Right here, they're going up that way. He's not responding to the call at all.
It's been a series of close encounters, but no closing the distance all the way. I guess that's elk hunting, at least for me anyways.
I expected that the guys' moods would be super bummed at Matt's lost opportunity, but what I saw back in camp was just the opposite.
The love for outdoors is really, even before bow hunting, it was just growing up on the country, and that's all we knew. I mean, the backyard was the playground. We're just kids having fun, just creating our own little world in our backyard. I think that's what probably nurtured our creativity that we bring to work today, and it's definitely a big part of what we do. The value that we bring to the company, to Prime and to G5.
I think it was a pretty successful camp, and had a lot of fun. So a lot of moose encounters and all kinds of crazy stuff along the way.
Good camp, good guys in camp, and had a lot of fun, and it was good. Good experience.
Come back next year?
Absolutely.
One common theme that I've learned from the Graces is that they are all believers. Not just in themselves as a business, but they really believe in others.
Our business now is about developing people, teaching them what we know, put them in the position to grow and do great things. So
one of the things we've done, I think, really well is realize that the more that you can have creative people around you, the more successful. So we've done, I think, a really good job of hiring very creative people. They usually have very good ethics, very good professional skill level, you know, at all levels that complement us. And
that challenge us.
For me, being able to work in an industry that, archery, that I love so much is really just, I couldn't ask for anything better. So.
The company's really great. It has a family atmosphere. I think we all feel that here.
I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Every day there's something new to do.
They treat me like family. It doesn't matter who you are here, they're good people.
The thing that I've focused on over the last 6-7 years of putting the team together is having a diverse team, guys that have been from the stamping background and different machining backgrounds, from forming backgrounds, guys from big engineering firms that had nothing to do with manufacturing, you know. But the same with all the guys and gals in our department. Being diverse and being free to be able to be who you are and bring those things from outside of work or from your past experiences is exciting for me. We have no idea what we're going to get with or what idea is going to come out tomorrow.
I've seen where the Prime brand has come from, and I know where the company is now. But where will it be in the future?
Prime's future is pretty bright. I mean, again, the last 6 years we've been more focused on the process and the team than we have actually the product. So I'm real excited about the products that's going to come out of the team and the process that we've established over 5-6 years.
our approach is simple. We're a family business. We have much more long-term perspective. So the investment we're making in now, it isn't the most efficient dollar-wise, but we're investing into it long-term. Putting everything we do into the product is that we're investing 10, 20, 30 years out.
It's not really about today or even next year or 2 years from now. I mean, we're a third generation family business, so there's a lot of how do we get it to the fourth generation? You know, who knows if they'll be there, if they even want business or anything. Maybe we don't even make it that far.
I'm a big believer in going to where no one else is, white space. If no one else is doing it, that's where we want to focus. Hopefully there's going to be a market there, but just to do what somebody's already doing, but just a little bit better, isn't going to get attention, whether it's producing a TV show, whether it's on social media or making products. That's not enough. You need to do something different. You need to be able to deliver value in a different way. That's what gets attention.
We're just starting to click now, I think, you know, so to me, next year is going to be our best year.